sa inyong lahat mga katinig. Muli, nagbabalik ang inyong boses para sa katotohanan at mga maiinit na kaganapan sa ating bansa. Ngayong araw, isang napakalaking balita ang yumayanig sa apat na sulok ng mababang kapulungan o ang House of Representatives. Usap-usapan ngayon ang tila hindi inaasahang manifestation ni dating Congressman Edgar Aries na nagdulot ng samot-saring reaksyon hindi lang sa mga mambabatas kundi lalo na sa ating mga kababayan na nakasubaybay sa bawat galaw ng ating gobyerno. Ang tanong ng marami, ano nga ba ang totoong dahilan sa likod nito? Bakit tila may mga bulong-bulungan na masisibak o matatanggal sa pwesto ang ilang mahahalagang opisyal, partikular na ang posisyon ng Senior Deputy Minority Leader? At ano nga ba ang papel dito ni Senior Deputy Majority Leader Sandro Marcos? Himayin natin ito ng maigi mga katinig. Alam naman natin na si Edgar Aries ay hindi na bago sa mundo ng politika. Kilala siya sa pagiging bukal at matapang sa kanyang mga paninindigan lalo na pagdating sa mga isyong may kinalaman sa teknolohiya ng halalan at mga kontrata ng gobyerno. Sa kanyang huling manifestation, ramdam ang bigat ng bawat salitang kanyang binitawan. Para sa marami, ito ay isang babala o paglalabas ng saloobin tungkol sa sistema sa loob ng kamara. Ngunit bakit ito nauwi sa usaping sibakan? Sa ating pagsusuri, madalas na ang mga ganitong tensyon ay nag-uugat sa pagkakaiba ng pananaw sa kung paano dapat patakbuhin ng mga komite at ang direksyon ng ating mga batas. Dito na pumapasok ang pangalan ni Sandro Marcos. Bilang isa sa mga leader ng majority, tungkulin niyang panatilihin ang kaayusan at ang pag-usad ng mga priority bills ng administrasyon. Pero sa pananaw ng ilan, ang pagpapatawag o ang tila pressure sa minority bloc ay bahagi ng tinatawag na checks and balances o baka naman ito ay isang paraan para mas mapatibay ang hawak ng administrasyon sa loob ng Kongreso. Kailangan nating intindihin mga katinig na ang posisyon ng minority leader o deputy minority leader ay krusyal. Sila ang nagsisilbing fiscalizers o ang mga boses na pumupuna sa mga pagkakamali ng nakaupo sa kapangyarihan. Kung ang boses na ito ay tila nanganganib na masibak o mapalitan, ano na ang mangyayari sa ating demokrasya? Pag-usapan naman natin ang anggulo ng sibak sa pwesto. Maraming netizens ang nagtatanong, legal ba ito? Pwede ba talagang basta-basta na lang magtanggal ng opisyal dahil lang sa isang manifestation? Sa rules ng House of Representatives, ang bawat posisyon ay dumadaan sa botohan at konsensus ng bawat partido o bloc. Pero sa realidad ng politika sa Pilipinas, ang impluensya ng majority ay madalas na nararamdaman kahit sa internal na desisyon ng minority. Ito ang dahilan kung bakit mainit ang mga komento sa social media. May mga nagsasabi na resback ito dahil sa mga nakaraang pahayag ni Aries na hindi naging favorable sa ilang mga kaalyado ng kasalukuyang pamunuan. Pero sandali lang, mga katinig. Bilang inyong tinig ng bayan, kailangan din nating tignan ang kabilang panig. May mga nagsasabing baka kailangan na rin talaga ng fresh blood o bagong liderato sa hanay ng minority para mas maging epektibo ang kanilang trabaho. Hindi naman siguro ito laging tungkol sa personalan kundi sa kung sino ang mas makakapag-deliver ng resulta para sa taong bayan. Gayunpaman, ang timing ng mga ganitong pagpapatawag at banta ng pagkakasibak ang nagbibigay ng pagdududa sa publiko. Bakit kung kailan may mga sensitibong isyu na tinatalakay, doon pa lumalabas ang mga ganitong balitang tanggalan? Isipin nyo mga katinig kung ang bawat mambabatas ay matatakot na maglabas ng kanilang saloobin o manifestation dahil lamang sa takot na matanggal sa kanilang posisyon, mawawala ng saysay ang malayang diskurso sa ating bansa. Ang Kongreso ay dapat na lugar para sa debate, hindi lugar para sa pagpapatupad ng katahimikan. Kaya naman ang hamon natin sa ating mga mambabatas maging majority o minority man kayo ay pairalin ang interes ng mga Pilipino bago ang interes ng partido. Sa puntong ito, gusto ko ring bigyang diin ang reaksyon ng ating mga kababayan. Marami sa inyo ang nagpapadala ng mensahe at nagtatanong kung ito na ba ang simula ng mas malaking kaguluhan sa politika bago ang susunod na eleksyon. Ang masasabi ko lang, bantayan natin ang bawat kilos nila. Huwag tayong basta-basta magpapaniwala sa mga headline na hindi natin lubos na nauunawaan ang konteksto. Ang manifestation ni Aries ay isang paalala na may mga isyu pa rin hindi nareresolba sa ating gobyerno. At ang tila pagpapatawag sa kanya ay patunay na may mga taong nakikinig, ngunit hindi natin sigurado kung ang pakikinig na iyon ay para sa pagbabago o para sa pagkontrol. Sa huli, ang mahalaga ay ang ating pagkakaisa bilang mga mamamayan. Ano man ang mangyari sa pwestuhan sa loob ng kamara, ang tunay na kapangyarihan ay nasa kamay pa rin nating mga botante. Huwag nating hayaang mabulag tayo ng mga drama sa politika. Ang kailangan natin ay mga lider na tapat at handang tumindig para sa atin, masibak man sila o manatili sa pwesto. Ang tinig ng bayan ay mananatiling nakabantay sa bawat galaw ni Sandro Marcos, ni Edgar Aries at ng lahat ng mga mambabatas na ating hinalal. Kaya kayo, mga katinig, ano ang inyong opinyon sa mainit na isyong ito? Naniniwala ba kayo na nararapat lang ang balasahan sa kamara o ito ay isang malinaw na pag-atake sa mga kritiko ng gobyerno? Sa tingin nyo ba ay tama ang naging manifestation ni Aries o ito ay nakasama lamang sa kanyang posisyon? I-comment nyo ang inyong mga saloobin sa ibaba dahil binabasa natin yan at baka ang comment mo ang ating itampok sa susunod nating video. Huwag kalimutang i-like ang videong ito at mag-subscribe para lagi kayong updated sa mga totoong balita at malalim na pagsusuri dito sa ating channel. Hanggang sa muli, ito ang inyong boses, ang inyong paninindigan, ang tinig ng bayan. Maraming salamat at mag-ingat po tayong lahat.
I move to consolidate all 25 House bills on the anti-political dynasty into a substitute bill using House Bill number 6771 as the working draft, except that the degree be changed from 4th degree to 2nd degree and subject to style, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. So there's a motion that we approve the substitute bill. It's been seconded. So
Mr.
therefore
Chair,
using the
Mr. Chair.
House Bill 6771 as the working draft.
Maybe
Congressman Erice.
maybe be clarified of ano po yung ang point of contention is ilang miyembro ng pamilya ang pwede, consanguinity, kung may succession o wala. Yun po yung
Yeah.
po yung
Actually, Congressman Erice, it's a matter of procedure. We have to adopt the substitute bill. Once we adopt the substitute bill, doon po natin mapag-uusapan yung mga features ng batas na yun. But right now, Congressman Erice, the 2nd degree, kasi we are using the version of the House leadership. So we are using the House version, leadership version, the House Speaker's version, which is 6771. Can call for wait lang.
Mr. Chair, what's the wisdom of using the version of the Speaker?
Because it has actually secured a substantial number of co-sponsorships. Among the 25 versions, we just actually included one version because may pahabol pa na isa. In fact, the working draft that we consolidated are 24. Meron lang nagpahabol na isa. So we accommodated that additional one. That makes the number 25. So among the 25 versions, it's only the Speaker's version that actually acquired and obtained more than, I think, 140 co-authorships. And so, well, logic would dictate that is the most backed up version of all the 25 versions of Anti-Political Dynasty. That's why we're making it as a working draft for now.
And may we know who are the co-authors? Maybe because
Now,
they
it
are
would
members
take-
of political dynasties. That's why they want this version,
We don't-
which is actually not an anti-political dynasty bill, but a pro-political dynasty bill.
Your Honors, there's no actual definition of what constitutes political dynasty as of yet. We are now providing
Yes, but
that
there are
particular.
parameters,
So we
Mr.
don't,
Chair.
We don't actually, Your Honors, with your due respect, we don't actually determine who among the members who co-sponsor this version belong to a political party. What is important is they are a regular member of the House of Representatives and they are supporting the version of the House Speaker. So any more questions before we...
Mr. Speaker,
Yes,
ay
Congresswoman
Mr. Chair,
Kakapagaw.
thank you po. So, kakalarawin ko pa. So, hindi po talaga ito motion to consolidate, but to motion to adopt the version of the Speaker as the working draft for the committee to deliberate on. Tama po ba?
It is a motion to consolidate because we also acknowledge 25 versions, but we are using the version of the House Speaker as our working draft bill. There are actually essential features among all the 25 versions that are also present in the version of the Speaker.
I understand that, Mr. Chair. So, what are we trying to do now is to use the version of the Speaker as the working draft in the process of consolidating, because I assume you will also consider all the versions that have been filed by other members.
That is correct, Your Honor. That's
So
a correct
this
observation.
is not yet the final consolidated version, but
No.
a draft version that will be used to consolidate others.
Yes.
So ang motion po is to adopt the version of the Speaker in the process of consolidating the committee's version that will be deliberated by all the members in the committee.
Yeah, the motion, actually the motion was already seconded.
Yes,
The chair
I just
would-
want to be clarified, Mr. Chair, sa parliamentary status kasi parang kung consolidated pero version ni speaker lang ang pinag-uusapan natin, parang yung mga may version, may content na wala sa version ni speaker, parang kailangan ko pang i-debate. Isa ang alam ko sa proseso ng paggawa ng batas, pag nagsabi tayo ng consolidate, ay kino-consider natin yung lahat ng versions na final.
Yeah.
So kung mag-a-adapt tayo, I mean, na lang po natin na nag-a-adapt tayo, and then we'll start from there in the process of consolidating the different versions that have been filed by different members.
Okay, maybe I will allow Vice Chair Flores to again reinstate his motion and then perhaps clarify and then explain his motion.
Mr. Chair, my motion was to consolidate all 25 pending bills, Mr. Chair, and to use House Bill number 6771 as the working draft. I did not say that we will be consolidating it with House Bill number 6771. I said, I move that we consolidate all bills but use 6771 as the working draft, Mr. Chair. To be clear.
Would that be satisfactory to you, Congresswoman Bagao? Okay. As I've
Mr.
said,
Chair.
the motion was already seconded.
One point, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
sige, Congressman Irice.
So, ano po yung working draft na gagamitin natin? Ilan pong mga miyembro ng pamilya ang pupwede, ilang consanguinity, at may succession ba ito? Wala. Para lang po maliwanag. Yung working draft na pinopropose natin, ano po yung content nun?
Yes, actually yung working draft natin is second degree.
And?
Second degree of consanguinity and affinity. If only Congressman Irice would allow to proceed, meaning we can adopt already the working draft. Working draft naman to, it's not finalized.
Yes.
So we
Gusto
can
lang po
discuss
natin-
those things. We can discuss those things, Your Honor. Kung mamarapatin niyo
Yes,
po.
Mr. Chair. Gusto ko lang po malaman sa working draft, kasi sinabi nyo na, second degree of consanguinity, okay yon, walang problema. Ano po yung working draft? Ilang miyembro ng pamilya ang po pwede sa national at local dun sa working draft natin? At may succession ba yan o wala? Madali naman sagutin eh. Para lang maliwanag yung draft natin. Para mag-prepare kami kung ano man yung aming mga arguments tungkol dun sa ano na yan. Ano po yung
Okay.
draft na yan?
Okay. So, second degree of civil relationship and one national, one local, one House of Representatives, one city, one municipality, and one barangay. And so yun po yung ano.
Clarify lang, Mr. Chair. One local.
One local, one national.
One congressman.
One province, yeah. One munisipyo, one
hindi
city,
po local.
and one barangay.
Hindi, one province, one city, one municipality, one barangay, one national.
Yes.
So, 5. Pag sa isang probinsya, 7 ang city, 12 ang pwede. Tama po
Yes.
yan?
Basta, ang version po, working draft, is they don't actually run in the same political unit. So yun, that's the limitation.
Chair, bago nyo po i-consolidate, wini-withdraw ko na po yung aking...
Motion.
Huwag nyo na pong isama yung aking bill. Hindi po ako papayag na makasama yung bill ko sa ganyang klase ng usapan. Salamat po.
Anyway, we are consolidating naman, Your Honors eh. So, hindi, we're not necessarily... Yes, Congressman Kimbo.
Mr. Chair, the opinion of Congressman Irice is extremely valuable because he is the most knowledgeable, he is the most senior member of Congress here today. So he should participate. I think that it is premature for him to say that he is withdrawing because after all, this is yet a working draft. Pwede naman siyang magbago pa. So kapag hindi nagpa-participate, sinusukuan natin yung proseso. Eh ang dami nating maririnig at matututunan galing kay Congressman Egay Irice. So, yun ang intindi ko eh. That is the working draft, but there is no finality. Nag-a-agree lang tayo na imbis marami tayong pag-uusapan, itong pag-uusapan natin kasi marami ng co-authors dito. Iko-consider ba yun kay Congressman Erice? Definitely, ipaglalaban ko yun. Hindi pwedeng ibaliwala. So doon natin, kasi kailangan natin madinig yung sasabihin ni Kong Egay. Kasi baka makumbinsi tayong tama siya eh. Because kahit ako, naniniwala ako sa kanya. So pero, wag tayo muna maghusga because wala pang desisyon eh. I think it's premature at this point in time. So my appeal, Mr. Chair, to Kong Egay, is please stay so that we can makapagbalangkas tayo ng tamang batas na katanggap-tanggap.
Okay. Thank you, Congressman Kimbo. Congressman Tanwatco.
Salamat, Mr. Chair. We appreciate the comments by the representative from Marikina and the representative from Caloocan. However, Mr. Chair, I think there is a pending motion that was duly seconded. May we ask the Chair to rule on the said motion?
That's correct. It has already been seconded, the motion. I'm just allowing other members to express or manifest their own sentiments so that we won't be able to be, we avoid being charged of yung prejudice or bias. But before that, yeah, I already, Congressman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. But as you said, we are going to vote because what I was trying to propose, settle this one, alisin na lang yung part of the motion using the version of the speaker as a working draft. The motion will be, we consolidate all the 25 bills in the process. We debate all of those issues that will be coming out. I think that will be a compromise to
Anyway, thank you, Congressman Dumogan. Anyway, the motion has already been seconded. Is there any objection? Nobody objected to, so the motion is approved. So we use the version of House Bill version 6771 as our working draft. Yes, Comsec?
We would like to acknowledge the presence of our Deputy Majority Leader, Honorable Eliza Micaela Mica Gonzalez, and Honorable Ryan Recto.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
may
Congressman
we request
Irice.
for a copy of the working draft?
Yes, we will forward each member a copy of the working draft. In fact, right now we are mag-suspend tayo. Okay. In fact, Congressman Irice, we are about to suspend the meeting muna to give way for the Secretariat to prepare the working draft. So if there's no other manifestation, we call for a suspension. So we suspend for a few minutes. We request everyone to please settle down. Please, audience, to keep it quiet. This is a very important piece of legislation that we are discussing right now. So can you please settle down now, all members? So we are now in the stage of, we have already adopted, approved the motion to use the version, House version 6771 as our working draft. And I believe each member here has his or her own copy of the draft bill, and I believe you have already glanced over it. So there are contentious issues, I believe. So there are questions raised during the early part of this committee hearing, which will be discussed later on after you have after a motion, which the chair would like to again recognize Congressman Flores to make such a motion. But before that, Comsec, please recognize the members who are now joined us today.
We would like to acknowledge the presence of the following: Committee Vice Chairperson, Honorable Maximo Dalog Jr., Committee Member, Honorable Lordan Suan, Deputy Speaker Janet Garin, Deputy Speaker Francisco Paulo Ortega, Assistant Deputy Minority Leader and author of the bill, Honorable Iris Marie de Mesa Montes, Honorable Filimon Aspares, Honorable Adrian Salceda, Committee Member Honorable Ismael Mangudadatu, Deputy Majority Leader Honorable Ernesto Junicia Jr., Honorable Eduardo Rama, Deputy Majority Leader, and Honorable Franz Vincent Legaspi.
Thank you, Comsec. Now, we recognize Congressman Flores.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I move that we adopt and approve the unnumbered substitute House bill that has been given to the members, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion.
Objection,
There's a
Mr.
motion.
Chair. Mr. Chair.
But there's a
We object.
motion to approve the
Mr. Chair.
unnumbered substitute bill. It has been seconded. Is that an objection, Congressman Irise?
No, I will have to explain my objection.
Yeah, okay. So that's an objection to the
Yes,
motion. Okay.
objection.
Yes, Congressman Irise.
Well, Mr. Chair, kung ipapasa po natin itong version na ito po ay hindi anti-political dynasty bill. Dahil ito po, mas worst pa sa nangyayari ngayon. Hindi lang po mataba na dynasty ang ipopromote nito, bundat na dynasty ang ipopromote nito. Pangalawa po, maliwanag sa ating konstitusyon. Sa mga framers ng Constitution natin, meron pong parameters on how to define a political dynasty. One, it should promote equal access and opportunities to ordinary citizens for public office. Dito po, yung 10 kayo na magkakamag-anak, lahat kayo pwedeng kumandidato dito sa iba't ibang mga posisyon. Pangalawa po, ang sinabi ng Constitution ng mga framers ng Constitution, it should prevent monopoly of power. 10 kayo, pwede. Hindi may monopoly of power, ang liwanag. Hindi, the Congress have been ignoring the anti-political dynasty provision of the 1987 Constitution for 39 years. Binabaliwala natin. Pero ngayon, mas worse. Bakit? Binabastos natin ang essence ng konstitusyon kung ipapasa natin itong bill na ito. Alam nyo, sabi ni Presidente Marcos, priority niya magpakulong dahil dito sa flood control. Nagawa niya ba? Hindi. Bola lang. Sinabi ni Presidente, priority niya yung independent commission na ipasa ba? Hindi. Bola lang. Ngayon, sabi niya, priority niya, anti-political dynasty. Alam na alam niya yung meaning ng dynasty sapagkat kaming dalawa ang author nung kauna-unahang batas na
Congressman
merong
Irise.
provision ng
Your Honor,
anti-political dynasty bill.
Your
Bola
Honor,
lahat.
Please,
Bola nun.
Your
Bola,
Honor, please
bola.
direct-
Marcos.
Your Honor, please direct. If that's a objection, you don't need to explain your objection. You just say you objected to the motion. I would, but I would allow. I only allowed you to say your piece, Mr. Chair, just to be fair. No. So there was an objection. Congressman Tino, would you also like to raise your objection? Wala.
Yes, I also object to
Okay,
the
sige.
motion, Mr.
So there's
Chair.
a motion. There's an objection to the motion to adopt the substitute bill. The House unnumbered House bill as a substitute bill is there. So there's a division. There's a motion. There's an objected to. So we divide the House. Those who are in favor,
Mr. Chair,
Of the motion,
before the voting, may I withdraw my authorship of the bill?
I'm sorry, hindi ko po narinig. You're removing.
I withdraw my authorship on the proposed bill.
Okay, granted. So we divide the House. So those who are in favor of the motion to adopt the unnumbered House bill as our substitute bill, please raise your hand. Those who object to the motion, please raise your hand.
Wala na si 4. Yes 20, no 4.
Okay, so thank you very much. Thank you. So to the motion that we adopt the unnumbered House bill as our substitute bill, those who are in favor, 20
congressmen in favor of
20
adoption.
members of the House supported the motion, while 4 objected to the motion. So the motion to adopt unnumbered House bill as our substitute bill is hereby approved.
Parliamentary inquiry, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman.
I am a little
Congresswoman
bit
Cata.
confused. Kanina, tinanong ko na po kung ano ibig sabihin ng consolidation at adoption. Kasi sa karaniwang, at sabi niyo ay draft lang po ito, pero ang dami din natin pinagbotohan on this. Sa pagkakaintindi ko kasi sa lawmaking sa committee, yung version ng mga authors, pag nag-file, kino-consider. Marami po ako kasing nakita dito sa dinistribute nyo ngayon na hindi nagre-reflect nung ibang provision na in-express na rin sa ibang version. Kaya ang parliamentary inquiry ko po, so ano po ang ibig sabihin that we adopted? Can we raise now questions on each section? Because my understanding kanina when we voted was to adopt this as a draft in the process of consolidating. Meaning, may isang consolidated version na lalabas that reflects also the bill that I filed. Kung ina-adapt na po natin, ano po ang ibig sabihin? Ito na po ba yung idadalhin natin sa plenary? Kasi malaki po ang magiging implikasyon yan sa proseso ng paggawa ng batas. Kasi hindi nyo po na napakinggan ang input din ng version na pinail namin na hindi nire-reflect ng version na ito. Paki-clarify po, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Thank you very much, Congresswoman. Earlier, we allow the consolidation of the House bills, but we also emphasize that the working draft that will be used is House Bill 6771. Which essentially covers a substantial portion of the substitute bill that we have already adopted. That's number one. Number two is, the question is whether can you still ask questions or raise concerns on specific sections on the substitute House bill that we have just adopted. Yes, you can, Your Honors. You can still ask questions.
Mr. Chair, the
yes, this is still,
assumption-
yeah, but allow me first,
Yes,
with all
okay,
due
sorry.
respect. Anyway, this is still a subject of the committee report that we will be approving today. No? So there will be questions, I'm sure of it, there will be concerns that will be raised by members of this House to further clarify and understand the substitute bill that we have already just been adopted. So yes, to the question whether can you raise, yes, we can still discuss sections on the substitute House bill, unnumbered substitute House bill that we just approved.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. But the assumption that this draft covers substantially the 25 versions that have been filed, I think is very dangerous. Because for me, it does not substantially reflect the bill that I filed and the bills that I read filed by all other members. Medyo nakakalito pag sinasabi natin that because it substantially covers, we will allow you to raise questions, but in the process of lawmaking at the committee level, we not only ask questions, but give inputs on how to reword, to rephrase, to add, to subtract an agreed draft. So, pag in-adapt mo kasi at ang assumption ay substantially covers, parang, clarify na lang tayo. Parang hindi po. Pakilin na lang po yung ground rules. Kasi, will we be allowed to ask questions? Of course, I should be allowed to ask questions. Hindi pa nga nire-reflect dito yung heart and soul ng provision of final ko eh. So, hindi ko pwede ipasok. Magulo kapag ang dinesisyonan natin is to adopt. As if that this reflects also, may mga debates man tayo on content and other subject matters, para kasing kinover. Hindi ako lang po, sana po medyo bukas pa tayo dun sa I agree that we should have a draft. That's why I said kanina okay po. Kaya lang pag sinabi po nating adapt, as if ni-reflect nyo yung version ko, hindi rin So,
Yes. There was-
clarificatory na lang po ba? Hindi na ako pwede magbigay ng input to put meat on the provisions of this draft that reflects also the aspiration of the people that co-wrote with me this draft na final ko po.
Well, there will be, ma'am, yes, Congresswoman Bagao, there will still be avenues for for any members here to introduce an amendment to the substitute House bill. We can still discuss naman po there's also the plenary discussion on the floor. Number two is that, yes, it is substantially covers the House bill because sabi ko nga po kanina, let me again reiterate po, with all due respect to the authors here, because 25 versions, marami po talagang authors dyan. With all due respect, kung po pwede nga po lahat yan kukunin, pero imposible naman pong lahat makuha.
Chair. Mr. Chair.
Allow me to finish first. Imposible naman po na makonsolidate natin all the 25 bills, but the TWG tried their best to consolidate and to reconcile of the sections. Ang sinasabi ko po, let me reiterate, the House Bill 6771 was made as the working draft. It's because of the number of supporters. Ang dami pong nag-co-author po nito. Ang dami pong supporters ito. That's why we made that as our working draft. Para mapabilis ang ating pag-adapt po ng consolidation ng mga House bills na ito.
Mr. Chair.
So, yun po, with all due respect, alam ko po, author po kayo, Congressman Bagao. Meron naman pong pagkakataon na kanina po ay nagkaroon po tayo ng botohan whether or not to adopt this as a substitute House, unnumbered House bill, substitute bill, at bumoto naman po tayo. So, lahat po naman po ay dumaan sa proseso. In fact, the chair allows dissenting opinions from the members just to express, to give fairness to the process and to all the members who have also authored this measure na hindi naisali yung gusto nilang may sali doon sa House bill. Kaya po inaalaw po ng chair na magsalita po sila.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sana lang po totoo tayo dun sa proseso na yung mga hindi nare-reflect dito na mga issue on anti-political dynasty ay sana po magkaroon ng pagkakataong mapag-usapan natin paano siya lagyan ng laman. Pwede naman talaga tayong hindi magkasundo sa ano po yung ilalagay. Kaya lang po, kung isang subject matter kagaya ng succession ay hindi man lang na-mention dito at hindi nabubuksan ang pagkakataong magbigay ng rekomendasyon ng isang provision halimbawa tungkol dyan, ay tingin ko parang hindi po tama yung proseso. Hindi naman po porke marami ang sumasang-ayon ay tama agad, di ba? Kaya nga meron tayong space para pakinggan po ang lahat ng opinion. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair, sana po may pagkakataon na mag-introduce ng provision on subject matters that are not reflected by this working draft that we have adopted. Thank you po.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. Noted po, Congresswoman Bagao. Yes, Congresswoman Ko, and then Congressman Tonji. And then Congressman Abalos.
Mr. Chair, this is a parliamentary inquiry as well. So, kailan na po yung part dito sa committee proceedings na maaari tayong mag-introduce ng amendments? Given nga po na, okay, working draft po ito, yun po yung na-manifest. And nag-open po kanina si Chair, no, na maaari tayong magkaroon ng amendments. So, saan na pong portion? Pwede na po ba ngayon? Because given po na kaka-manifest lang kanina na, okay, this is a working draft, kami po, we agreed na sige, magkaroon ng working draft, but we have a lot of provisions na may habol kami. No, gusto nating buksan yung debate doon sa particular provisions. No, for example, yung second degree, may ilang versions po ng bills na fourth degree ang forward. No, yung limitations on succession and simultaneous holding of office, right now, yung meron lang is yung sa simultaneous, yung sa succession, gusto nating pagdebatihan kung maaari. Lalo na po, nanggaling po sa public consultations, na ang pulso ng mamamayan, gusto nila, no, both simultaneous and successive holding of office, gusto nila may limitations doon. So, ako, Mr. Chair, I'm prepared to enter into debate in this committee ngayon po tungkol sa mga provisions. Maaari na po ba tayong mag-proceed dito?
Yes, Congresswoman Ko, we have already adopted as a unnumbered substitute bill. Doon na po tayo, kung meron po silang gustong, again, i-propose na mga amendments dito sa House substitute bill na ito, doon po tayo ang komite makakabigay ng pagkakataon sa plenaryo. But definitely we will hear and we will accommodate, if possible, the proposed amendments of Congresswoman Ko.
Mr. Chair, just to also open, na-mention po na nagkaroon ng technical working group. I'd like to open on the record that I would have wanted to be a part of that technical working group, pero wala po akong na-receive na invitation. No, so it's unfortunate na kung anumang avenue na meron sa committee, mukhang hindi na po magkakaroon ng debate. Nagkaroon ng consultations, nagkaroon po ng discussions by our experts on political dynasties and on mga justices mismong nakapag-input, pero hindi po nagkaroon ng between legislators malayang talakayan. Sige po, Mr. Chair, I'm ready and we're ready to present these amendments as necessary sa plenary. No, but sa bahagi namin, gusto namin sanang ma-exhaust lahat ng maaaring ma-discuss na provisions, madebatihan po ito dito sa committee pa lang. No?
Maraming salamat, Representative Ko. Yes, Congressman Tinio.
Chair, thank you. With all due respect to the chair, gusto ko lang pong i-put on record yung, disappointment natin sa naging proseso na sinunod ng komite. No? Hindi naman po bagong sitwasyon na merong bill na maraming authors, iba't ibang versions. That happens all the time. At ang normal na proseso po natin, para makapag-produce ng isang substitute version, we can go through a technical working group. Di ba? And then, sa technical working group, may pinipili na isa which will serve as the working draft, which is supposedly what we did just now. And then, doon nagkakaroon ng malayang diskusyon sa mga contentious issues. And as we know, of course, dito sa anti-dynasty bill, napakaraming mga contentious issues from the very definition of dynasty to degree of affinity and consanguinity, simultaneous, successive, yung coverage ba, national, local, and so on and so forth. Napakarami pong issue, may iba't ibang versions, wala pong anumang pagkakataon, walang nangyaring technical working group, Mr. Chair. At walang naging venue yung mga iba't ibang authors na makapagpahayag ng kanilang posisyon at magkaroon ng debate. Instead, sinabi nung una, we will adopt as draft itong bill na ito. And then immediately after, ay approve na substitute bill. So, unfortunately, Mr. Chair, ang masasabi ko lang, this is a very clear example of railroading of the approval without discussion. Nagtawag tayo ng mga resource persons, nag-hold tayo ng mga consultations, pero in the end, kung ano yung final, yung particular version na ito, yun na yun, inadapt nang walang anumang pagbabago. So, gusto ko lang po i-note. No? I know in the end, nagbotohan na, we objected, we voted no, but the majority voted yes. So there you have it. Pero I am expressing my continuing objection to the whole process, Mr. Chair. Para sa akin, ni-railroad po ang proseso ng pag-aproba sa napakahalagang panukala, no, na Apat na dekada na pong inaantay ng tao, apat na dekada ng utang ng Kongresong ito sa mandato ng konstitusyon. No? At pinangako ng Pangulo, sabi niya ito daw isa sa mga priority reforms. Pero bakit ganito ang proseso? Minamadali, tapos yung bill na ipapasa ng Kongresong ito ay hindi naman papasa bilang tunay na anti-dynasty bill. No? So yun lang po, Mr. Chair. Gusto ko lang pong i-put on record yung dahilan kung bakit bumoto tayo ng no sa motion kanina. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Congressman Tino. Congressman Abalos.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I would just like to manifest and put on record that I remain open to constructive refinements to this bill as we proceed with the legislative process. This is in order to ensure, Mr. Chair, that the final version of the House bill would be reflective of the spirit of the Constitution and, of course, the principles of fair and equal access to public office. Yun lamang po, Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Congressman Abalos. Congressman Flores.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, what transpired was we did not adopt in toto the version of the Speaker. We, in fact, included several revisions, particularly in Section 5, 6, and 7, that would also reflect some of the versions of the other authors of this House, Mr. Chair. And when I made the motion, Mr. Chair, the objections should have stated the reasons why they were objecting to. But it's already seconded and we voted on it. So I don't see any reason why we should be dwelling on it, Mr. Chair. But of course, we would also like to hear from the comments that they made. But to say that it was railroaded would, I think, would not be the right term to use, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. And just to give you some points why we are actually making this as top of one of our priorities. Because tama nga po yung sinabi ni Congressman Tino, 40 years na nga po tayo nag-aantay. That's why we had the public consultation, we exhausted all possible ways in order that we can come up a implementable and reasonable version of how political dynasty. In fact, Your Honors, this bill is just to operationalize Section 26 of Article 2. That's why we are actually pressed with time here, and we want to adopt and we want to approve a version of the House to define what anti-political dynasty is about, as dictated and reflected under Article 2, Section 26. That's why, Your Honors, we are actually doing this na may timeline po tayo na gusto natin ma-approve na ito agad. Kasi nga, tama yung sinabi ng ating mga kasamahan, 40 years na tayong sinisingil ng ating taong bayan. That's why kailangan nating ipasa ito sa mas lalong madaling panahon. Congressman, Chair,
Espares.
Thank you,
Mr.
Ramadan
Chair, no?
ngayon, wala akong tulog, wala akong...
I would like just to manifest and explain my opposition on this proposed draft. And I know it might be further discussed because as I read this substitute bill, parang hindi ito yung totoong gusto natin mangyari. No? Una-una, we have a lot of bills being filed and nakita na mas maganda yung mga versions. But then, after this draft, I able to consider na hindi ito real na dynasty, anti-dynasty provisions, which to me, ina-allow din natin na parang the same pa rin na pwede pa rin mag-position yung mga relatives in different area, in different LGUs. So sana napag-usapan natin na kahit man lang in provincial level, walang mga relatives doon. So at least hindi ma-concentrate at saka ma-monopolize yung isang provincial LGU. Dito kasi up to different munisipyo, pwede ka mag-position ng mga relatives mo. So, I do not really agree and we might be going to consider na sana kahit provincial level man lang, mayroon tayong restrictions din. But in the Senate version, isa lang sa bawat local elective position. So, I don't know how are you going to reconcile this with the Senate version also, but then to me, out from the provision of my proposed bill, fourth degree supposed, but okay na ako sa second degree. But then pagdating dito sa sa lokal, hindi na natin na i-distinct na prohibited lang sila sa the same municipio or province then, but then they can spread in any other municipal level, barangay level na mga position. So that's my opposition, Mr. Chair, and we hope this committee will consider our proposed na in a win-win scenario. I have heard kanina yung mga frustrations din, no, na medyo natatamaan tayo dito sa House of Representatives dahil parang mas tawag dito, parang pinalakas pa natin yung dynasty dito. Dahil sa Senate version maganda, pagdating dito sa House medyo umiba yung version natin. So now what will happen to the House of Representatives na parang pinalakas pa natin ang anti-dynasty in this provision. Yun lang, Mr. Chair, and we
Thank
hope
you very much.
you are going to record and consider my
Mr.
position.
Chair.
Thank you very much for your comments, Congressman Espares. Congresswoman Montes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. With due respect to the Chair and the members of the committee, please allow me to express, as author of the bill, dismay, frustration over the approved version, but I am appealing and hoping that perhaps the committee can consider the positions, the points raised by our fellow congressmen to perhaps he can be given a chance to refine the bill still at this level so that we can come up with something that is acceptable to the authors. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. Again, Your Honors, there are still avenues for you to even reiterate and propose your amendments. No? I understand the concern, and I understand if there are some reservations from the members, especially those authors na hindi naisali yung some portion of their Sabi ko nga, you still have time and you still have ways for you to, again, reiterate your position through proposing an amendment during the plenary. But everything that we have done here is within the adopted rules by which every step of the way, we also always consult the members before we act on such a decision. It is collectively decided. Kanina nga, nagkaroon pa nga ng botohan. So, yes, definitely, kung meron po silang gustong, again, ipahiwatig, may pagkakataan naman po yan sa period of amendments po natin once we deliver our committee report po sa plenary. Maraming salamat po, Congresswoman Montes. Congressman Pumarin.
Diyan nagtatapos ang usapan natin ngayon. Kung may gusto kang idagdag o reaksyon, i-comment mo lang sa baba. Boses mo'y mahalaga. Huwag kalimutang i-like, share, at subscribe para sama-sama nating palakasin ang tinig ng bayan. Hanggang sa susunod, tandaan, ang may alam, may laban!
Awesome!